morning, my children, and welcome back to your English class, the class of the teacher Jacob. For today, my children, we're going to continue with the review of yesterday's videos, which I introduced you new vocabulary. Para el día de hoy, chicos, vamos a hacer un repaso del video que vimos ayer. Recuerden, ayer yo les presenté nuevo vocabulario que vamos a estar trabajando con las letras del abecedario. Now, for these letters, remember, in the future, we're going to continue with letter C of Carlos and letter D of Diego. Now, for these two letters, we saw several objects. Some of these objects included the dog, the cat, a doll, a dragon, a coin, a clown. Now, let's see if you remember some of them. The dog, what is it? And that's very easy. In Spanish, perro. And what about the cat? Gato, excellent. Remember, the dog and the cat, both of them, they have something in common. Both of them belong to the family of pets. If you remember, a pet in Spanish, mascotas. Los perros y los gatos tienen algo en común. Ambos pertenecen a la familia de las mascotas, quiere decir animales que viven en nuestra casa. After these two objects, we saw the doll with L at the end. Now the doll, remember, belongs to the family of toys. Toys like a ball, like a car, like a stuffed animal, like a teddy bear. Toys in Spanish, juguetes. Recuerden, chicos, que doll, muñeca, pertenece a la familia de los juguetes, como lo son las pelotas, los carritos, los muñecos de peluche y los ositos. Now, what about the dragon? Remember, the dragon was one of the first animals that exist on Earth. Now, dragons are sometimes similar to the dinosaurs, but there are big differences. Some of them is the size. Dragons, remember, were bigger than dinosaurs, and also they could breathe fire. Recuerden, chicos, que los dragones son semejantes a los dinosaurios porque son grandes. La diferencia aquí es de que los dragones pues eran muchísimo más grandotes que un dinosaurio. Aparte de que los dragones pues podían respirar fuego, podían sacarlo de su boca. That's the dragon. Another object that we discussed was the coin. Now remember, the coin belongs to the family of the money. Now the money, it's divided in coins and bills. Remember, the coin in Spanish, moneda, bills, billetes. Recuerden, chicos, que el dinero es un medio que nosotros utilizamos para comprar alimento, comida, para comprar ropa, para poder vestirnos y para comprar algo que nos guste, ya sea un juguete, o un libro, o una casa, o un coche. Para esto el dinero se divide en dos objetos, coins, las monedas, y los billetes. And the last object that we discussed was the clown. Now remember, the clown, it's a person just like us that has makeup on top of the face, has a red nose, and a funny hat. Recuerden, chicos, que un payaso es una persona como nosotros, se pinta la carita, utiliza una nariz roja y tiene un sombrero muy chistoso. And one of the activities of a clown is to make people laugh, to tell jokes, to tell funny stories. Recuerden que el trabajo de un payaso pues es el hacernos reír, el contar chistes, el hacer cosas divertidas. Very good. So, for today, my children, we're going to make an activity that is part of your teddy book. So, if you want to work along with the teacher Jacob, you already know what to do. You have 5 seconds to pick up your book with today's activity, which is right here. Page 60. This is the page of today. And your pencil case. Recuerden, chicos, que si ustedes quieren trabajar junto con el teachercito Jacob, tienen 5 segundos para ir por su libro de actividades con la hoja del día de hoy, la que les acabo de mostrar, y su estuchero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's begin. Now, for this activity, my children, first of all, we need a pencil. So, unzip your pencil case, look for it, and pick it up. Para la actividad que vamos a realizar a continuación, vamos a empezar con el uso del lápiz. Remember the pencil, the colors, and the crayons. You have to grab them, you have to hold them properly. 3 fingers, the thumb, index, and the middle finger to have strength in your wrist. Recuerden, chicos, que siempre que utilicemos lápices, colores o crayolas, es importante sujetarlas correctamente en forma de pincita para que no se nos canse la mano y podamos trabajar mucho mejor. So, once you have your pencil ready on the page of today, let's start. Now remember, the teacher Jacob works on the whiteboard so you can appreciate the results better, but both of them are the same exercises. So, here, as you can see, we have several sentences. Como pueden ver en esta hoja para el día de hoy, tenemos varias oraciones. Teacher Jacob, what is a sentence? Teachercito Jacob, ¿qué es una oración? Una oración es un conjunto de palabras que juntas tienen un significado. ¿Ok? Eso es una oración. Estas oraciones las vamos a trabajar en preprimaria, las vamos a poder entender mejor, las vamos a poder escribir, las vamos a poder crear. Pero por lo pronto les estoy diciendo que es una oración para que ustedes más o menos entiendan lo que vamos a hacer en estas oraciones. Estas oraciones tienen un significado. El significado que tenga, eso es lo que nosotros vamos a dibujar, ya sea al lado o abajo de cada oración. So, the first sentence, la primera oración de nuestro ejercicio, it says, dice, I have, the word have in Spanish quiere decir tener. Yo tengo, I have a doll. Okay? Now, using these sentences and using the new vocabulary, what do you think this means in Spanish? ¿Ustedes qué creen que significa esto en español? Con las ideas que ya les di y la palabra doll. I have a doll. Yo tengo una muñeca. So, for the first sentence, we are going to draw, vamos a dibujar a doll, una muñeca. Now remember, dolls are like a girl, has a face, has a dress, has arms and hands, and legs. Something also very important about the dolls is their eyes, because remember, dolls are similar to girls. Recuerden, chicos, que las muñecas son como las niñas, es su imagen. Por lo tanto, tenemos que poner ojitos, nariz, boca, todo lo que tiene una niña. Very good. So that's the doll. Remember, the doll in Spanish, muñeca. Very good. Now, remember, my children, this is just an example of how you can do it, okay? You don't have to repeat it exactly as the one I did, okay? Just try to do your best, okay? Recuerden, chicos, que ustedes no tienen que copiar exactamente como yo lo hice. Ustedes lo pueden hacer de forma diferente. No importa que no sea parecido, chicos. Recuerden siempre esforzarse. Yo sé que el dibujo que ustedes hagan, eso va a ser doll, eso va a ser una muñeca. So, After I have a doll, yo tengo una muñeca, let's continue with sentence number 2. Pasamos a la segunda oración. And it says, I have a comb. Once again, first of all, yo tengo, I have a comb. Now the comb, it's also new vocabulary. Comb, it's an object that we use to accommodate our hair. Recuerden que este objeto lo utilizamos para acomodar nuestro cabello. Okay? We see our reflection in a mirror and we start doing this action. Nos peinamos. ¿Con qué objeto? Peine. Comb. Very good. So the comb is similar to this. Okay, remember that this is just an example of how you can do it. It doesn't necessarily have to be identical, just to give you an idea of how to do your drawings. Recuerden, chicos, que estos dibujos son solo ejemplos de cómo lo pueden ustedes realizar. Ustedes son libres de hacer los dibujos que quieran, siempre y cuando pequeños sean lo que nos está pidiendo el libro, la actividad. We have doll, we have the comb. Let's continue with the next sentence, and it says, I have, remember, yo tengo, I have a coin. Now remember, the word coin in Spanish, let me see if I have one. Yes, I have a coin. Part of the family of the money, moneda. So coins are easy. Remember that the shape of a coin is like a circle with this symbol. This symbol indicates money. Okay, so it would be appropriate if you put it also in your drawing. Next to this symbol, we can put a number, any number. Let's say number 5. This means that the coin worth 5 pesos. Recuerden, chicos, que las monedas tienen un símbolo como este que tenemos aquí. Este símbolo indica dinero. ¿Okay? Al lado de este símbolo tenemos un número, que ese es el valor de lo que va a valer esa moneda. Okay? Very good. So, we have the coin. Under the coin it says, I have, once again, I have, yo tengo, I have a dog. Woo, 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 woo. Now remember, we have to be very careful with these two pronunciations. Doll, dog. Okay? Doll with L, muñeca. Dog with G, perro. Now for the dog, if you want, remember this is optional, you can only do the head of the dog. If you want to make the entire body, including the tail, there is no problem. I will draw only the face. Recuerden que para el perro, ustedes, si quieren, pueden dibujarlo de cuerpo completo. Yo únicamente dibujaré su carita. Okay, dogs have long ears, tienen orejas muy grandes, big eyes, and of course a mouth. Very good. We have the dog. Now, under the dog it says, I have, once again, yo tengo, I have a cat. Now, similar to the dog, we have another pet. Tenemos otra mascota, which is the cat. In Spanish, gato. Once again, I will draw only the face. If you want to draw the complete body, si ustedes quieren hacer todo el cuerpo, no hay problema. Adjust the body. Very good. And that's it. That's pretty much all of the exercise. The exercise of today was basically to recognize some of the vocabulary that we already started yesterday. Now remember, the vocabulary of today is also part of the letters that we are going to talk about in future videos. Recuerden chicos que el objetivo de este ejercicio fue que ustedes reconocieran el nuevo vocabulario que nosotros estuvimos viendo el día de ayer. Ahora, estas palabras, este vocabulario, recuerden que nos va a servir para las letras que vamos a ver próximamente. La letter C, la letter D of Diego. Before we finish with the class, let's have one final exercise, the pronunciation exercise. Remember, for this, the teacher Jacob says the first letter. Repeat after me with all of your energy. Vamos a empezar con nuestro ejercicio de pronunciación. Recuerden que para esto, chicos, yo necesito escucharlos con todas sus fuerzas. Yo diré primero la palabra, repitan después de. Dol, with L at the end. Dol. Comb. Once again, comb. Remember, comb in Spanish, peine. Coin. Coin, moneda. Dog. Dog in Spanish, perro. And finally, cat. Very good. Excellent pronunciation as always, my children. Now, I forgot to mention something about this exercise. After you finish drawing all of the objects, if you want to put some color to them, there is no problem. If you want to leave them like this, also, no problem. Si ustedes, chicos, al finalizar de dibujar cada una de los objetos que nos indican las oraciones, ustedes quieren colorear sus objetos, no hay ningún problema, los pueden colorear del color que gusten. Si ustedes lo quieren dejar así, únicamente dibujado, también no hay ningún problema. Aquí lo que importa, chicos, es de que reconozcan el nuevo vocabulario. Very good. So, that's it for today, my children. Once again, the teacher Jacob is extremely happy with all your hard work, with all your excellent effort. Okay? We'll see you tomorrow with new vocabulary, new letters, new numbers, new activities with the teacher Jacob. Have an excellent afternoon. Take care. Goodbye.